All right, thanks for joining us. Well, ski season is finally here, and Keystone had their opening day Wednesday afternoon. Ben Roof and I took to the slopes, and we have the sights and sounds for you from opening day. Well, it's opening day at Keystone, and I would say the vibe's starting to pick up a little bit here, wouldn't you, Ben?
Definitely. The Stoke is alive. People are real excited, getting on the lift. The music's bumping. I am excited for ski season.
Well, I'm glad we made it down to opening day. Robbie Whittle joined alongside Ben Roof. Ben, what are you looking forward to most about opening day here at Keystone?
Man, I'm just excited about getting the skis on the feet and getting out there and just starting to make some turns. I mean, that's really all I'm excited about right now. We've got some good snow for this early in the season, but there's only a couple of runs open, so there's not necessarily going to be a whole bunch of room. I'm just kind of thinking about getting warmed up, getting ready to go.
Yeah, I would say I am too. Let's get after it. Sights and sounds coming at you right now. Opening day, how we feeling?
Feeling great, happy to start the season.
Opening day, how stoked are we?
We're feeling so stoked out here.
Although it may be early in the season, Keystone's opening day didn't disappoint.
It's been an incredible opening day. Thanks to some amazing cold weather temperatures. We've been able to make a ton of snow up on our mountain, open up the season with 2 miles of skiing on our Schoolmarm and Silver Spoon trails. We've also got a hike to terrain park on our Spring Dipper trail, as well as a beginner learning area off of our Kokomo carpet lift.
With so many options, we took to the slopes. Overall conditions were fair, and we got a lot of good early season laps in to shake off that rust. By mid-December, we should be seeing much more of the resort accessible, but there's one thing to note. Keystone is changing. The resort is opening the Bergman Lift.
For the first time ever, guests will have access to 550 acres of lift service terrain in our Bergman Bowl and Erickson Bowl, which is really exciting. Normally when we think of high alpine terrain, we're thinking of strictly double black diamonds, advanced trails. This is actually going to be really approachable terrain for a variety of skill levels, so everybody's going to be able to get that experience of getting to the very top of the mountain, looking out across beautiful Summit County, and getting to experience some amazing high alpine skiing.
Normally when the words high alpine terrain are brought up, this excludes certain skill levels. However, at Keystone, that's not the case. All skill levels are more than welcome to hit the Bergman Lift, and expect this part of the resort to be open mid-December to early January. With Keystone opening on the 1st and A-Basin opening on the 29th, we're just waiting on a few more resorts to open up in our area. Vail Resort is projected to be ready to go November 10th, and Beaver Creek should be operational by November 22nd, just before Thanksgiving. I checked with Copper the other day, and they look to be up and running by November 13, and Breckenridge will be good to go by November 10th, so it'll be feeling like winter pretty soon here in the Centennial State. Looking to bounce back from what I would call a pretty embarrassing loss at home to Stanford, CU football was looking for a win on the road in Pasadena, California against number 23 ranked UCLA. After jumping out to a 3-0 lead, Travis Hunter comes up big for the Buffs as he picks off Bruins quarterback Ethan Garbers to give the Buffs the ball back on offense. The Buffs will settle for another field goal, and this will ultimately come back to bite them. UCLA working deep in CU territory. Garbers finds the open man Carson Steele in the end zone for 6, and a chance to take the lead with the PAT, which they make to go up 7-6 on Colorado. Back with the ball in the second quarter, it's Garbers again. He'll hand it off to Steele, who makes his way down the field, sifting through the CU defense, but he'll get stopped. Ball comes out, and CU recovers. Another costly turnover for the Bruins, but the Buffs won't capitalize on the fumble recovery, so they'll give it straight back to UCLA again. Garbers with the ball, looking around the field. He'll let it rip, and it's picked off by Travis Hunter for the 3rd turnover of the day. But once again, the Buffs offense doesn't put anything together. UCLA will let the Buffs hang around once again, though, as they turn the ball over again, steal fumbles, and it's recovered by the Buffs before the half. On to the third quarter. Garbers and the Bruins offense find some rhythm as he gets Logan Loya downfield for the biggest gain of the night. Now Garbers back with it, looking downfield. He finds Moliki Matavo for 6, and the Bruins go up by 8. 3rd and goal now for UCLA. They'll run it with TJ Harden, and it's just too easy. Bruins now up 21-6 on Colorado. Colorado in danger as the fourth quarter is starting to wind down in Pasadena. They'll march down the field and put up another 3 to make this one a 9-21 game. Not what you want to see if you're a Buffs fan. UCLA back with the ball, now in scoring position. Colin Schlee with a great read here. Pulls the ball away from his running back, makes a man miss, and gets in the end zone for another Bruins 6. UCLA putting this one out of reach, and this puts the exclamation point on the game to make it crunch time for the Buffs, if you ask me. Buffs working downfield. Shadur Sanders lets one rip, and the ball finds its way into the hands of Jimmy Horn Jr. for Colorado's first touchdown of the game, but it came too late. Colorado down 12 in this matchup late in the game to UCLA, and that's the way this one will finish. CU falls on the road to UCLA 16-28. Taking a look now at CU's remaining games, it doesn't get any easier. They take on number 16 Oregon State and Arizona as their next 2 home games, who are both strong teams. Then the Buffs will close out the regular season at Washington State, then travel to Salt Lake for a rivalry week game against Utah in that rumbling of the Rockies matchup, who's ranked 18th in the country currently. Now we'll shift things up and take a look at Air Force. Over the weekend, we had a matchup between the Air Force Academy and Colorado State in Fort Collins. The Falcons were able to get the job done, beating the Rams 30-13. With the win, Air Force remains undefeated on the season and currently holds that top spot in the Mountain West Conference. The Falcons move up to 17th in the country after that win, which marks the first time they've been ranked this high nationally since 2002. So if you're an Air Force fan, long time, this may be one of the best years you've ever seen for their football program. Now, just taking a quick look here at the AP Top 25. For reference, Air Force, as we talked about, moves up to that 17th spot nationally after the win over Colorado State. I said it once, but I'll say it again. It's a good year to be a Falcons fan. Well, CU men's basketball is getting ready for another season, and the Buffs this year have the highest rated recruit the program has ever landed playing for him this season. Head coach Tad Boyle, he's excited for the year in front of the Buffs. When asked about his team at Pac-12 Media Day, head coach of CU men's basketball Tad Boyle didn't hold back his thoughts.
It's deep, it's talented, there's no doubt. You know, I go back to that first team that I coached, inherited, all those guys. We were really talented offensively. Obviously, we weren't in the Pac-12 yet by then, but this is a good group, a lot of talent, a lot of depth, and yeah.
A lot of returning talent is something to be excited about. However, one first-year player seems to be all the talk. Boyle says this is what to expect from newcomer Cody Williams this season.
Every day he gets better and better, and that's what we've talked about with Cody. Is let's just take each day as it comes. Let's eliminate as much as we can the outside noise. I want our fans to understand that there will be a learning curve. And I had a chance to coach Cody this summer with USA Basketball, and there was an adjustment there. But managing expectations is going to be big for him, and it's something that we're going to talk about a lot, as the season goes.
Williams is the first 5-star commit the Buffs have ever landed. In his first game in Boulder, Williams played over 26 minutes and scored 8 points. His team knows he's capable of more with time.
The crazy thing about it is he's still so young. He still has so much to learn, and he's willing to learn. So he comes to me and Tristan all the time, asks us questions. I mean, we talk a lot outside of practice, hang out outside of practice and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a special talent.
Colorado is favored to finish 5th in the Pac-12 conference this year, but we'll see if they can improve on that preseason mark. So the season started last week for CU men's basketball, and they picked up a win against MSU Denver at home in Boulder. So not a bad start for the Buffs. Make sure to continue coming back to us for all the latest sports coverage here in the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.